Hey guys, now as you can see I am still in my referee gear. I've literally just got home from doing an under 16's game. Now there's some good things about youth football and there's some not so good things about youth football. So I'm just going to go through a few of those, what's on my mind at the moment. Now I do adult football normally, but I help out and do referee youth football because I want to try, as I'm refereeing, to teach these players better. Help them explain why I'm giving fouls and the way they should be behaving. So, fingers crossed, they don't end up like adults of today with the dissent, the not knowing the laws properly and that sort of thing. So that's one reason why I love doing youth football, because I'm there to support them. I'm not just there to punish them. I'm there to help them through the game, and I'm working with them, in my eyes anyway. And I love after the game as well when the parents, they can be amazing, because when you finish the game, well done ref, great job, and they appreciate it. And that's the same with the coaches. They appreciate that they've got an adult refereeing them and actually working with the players. And that's an amazing feeling. I absolutely love it. Now, you can see some real talent. And even actually some of the games where they're not necessarily the best players, it can be a really fun and close and exciting game. So that's the good. And that's why I enjoy refereeing youth football. But there are some bads. Now, I'll give you the example for today that happened. Now, today I was doing an under 16 game. Not a lot really happened. Now, there was an incident where the ball went through, the attacker ended up pulling the player, the defender, but the ball went through to the goalie we play on, and I then said to the player that pulled the shirt, keep your arms to yourself. That's all that was needed. It didn't need a booking. Yes, technically it's a bookable offence, but it didn't need a booking. It's a manageable one. As soon as I said that, I didn't say it. I literally said, keep your arms to yourself, player. It's shut up, ref. Leave me alone, ref. What are you talking about, ref? And shut up, ref again. Now, I'm learning, as I've been watching rugby, that this sort of behaviour shouldn't be acceptable. I didn't tell him to shut up. I wasn't rude to him. I simply said, keep your arms to yourself. Actually, just trying to help him. Help him not to go in the book. And you get the abuse back. Now, yes, it was only shut up, ref, but I don't expect that. Why should I be expected to be, told to shut up and my eyes, I need to watch the game and all that nonsense. I shouldn't be, I am there to officiate the game. I don't have to be polite. I don't have, I'm setting an example, but I'm doing everything I can to help these players. Anyway, I sin bin the player who wasn't going to give me his name. It was the first time I've spoken to the player the whole game. Anyway, he went off. Sin bin was 8 minutes for dissent. In youth football, it's 8 minutes. Adult football, it's 10. So he's off. 8 minutes later, it comes back on. No problem at all. No problem. He still didn't know why. He still wouldn't accept why I gave it, but he didn't say any more after he went off. Anyway, I then speak after the game. Nothing really happened. It was fine. At the end of the game, I was speaking to the manager. Everyone was happy, other than necessarily the result. But I was speaking to the home team manager, and I could see that player's mum walking on the pitch. And I said to the manager that if you need to keep her away from me, because I know she's coming to moan at me. Manager was just like, well, if she wants to moan, just say speak to the manager. Anyway, I knew she was going to. I walked off. Manager walked to his dugout to get his stuff, and I walked back to the change room. As I'm walking, she had come all the way into the halfway area where I was, and it's all started then. Now, I didn't appreciate the fact that the coaching team and the manager did not get rid of them, so that is their responsibility. They should have got rid of that woman, and kept her from really talking to me, especially seeing as they knew. Anyway, that's a separate issue in a sense. Anyway, I was told I'm a child bully. How although I was although I was picking on all the players, I was picking on this player the most, even though it was the first time I had spoken to him. How I'm going to be reported and all this nonsense. This is the only woman who had a problem with that game. Only problem, because I had a line of parents thanking me. And I'm not blowing my own trumpet. They appreciate having an adult that is talking to the players and explaining. Now, how is that acceptable? And I said, I literally said to her, okay, deal with the manager. You can get my name from the manager if you really want to report me, because I've got nothing to hide, nothing to be ashamed of in my performance. But I did simply say, would you accept your child telling you to shut up? She didn't say anything. It was just, oh, you're a child bully. So you get things like that, and I understand that a parent protects their child, but when their child is clearly in the wrong, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. And that's not. I've had this incident plenty of times at youth football. This is probably the biggest problem with youth football, is the fact that the parents seem to want to protect their children, even if their children have been complete. I don't want to say idiots, but you get the drift. And I love it, the amount of times in youth football, for example, when there's play going on, and parents might be screaming at me, and I'm happy to get rid of them, because it shouldn't be allowed. They bring the energy onto the pitch. The players then feed off that negativity, and things can spiral out of control. And it's frustrating because I like the adrenaline of that, which is crazy, because it does give you a little boost. But yeah, there's a couple of things why I love youth football, and the not so great stuff about youth football that really needs to be cracked down on. I hope you enjoyed my experience. That was my experience of today. I'm sure there'll be other games where I will come on and give you what happened during the game, without obviously specifying who the teams are and anything more specific. Yeah, enjoy your day, guys, and I'll see you next time.